President Donald Trump said he would ask Saudi Arabia and other OPEC nations to bring down the cost of oil, and doubled down on his threat to use tariffs. In a speech to executives at the World Economic Forum in Davos on Thursday, the U.S. president said he was surprised that OPEC hadn't brought down the price of oil before the elections. "Right now the price is high enough that war will continue," he said, referring to the Russia-Ukraine war and suggesting that the higher oil price was helping to sustain funding for the conflict in Moscow. "You got to bring down the oil price. That will end that war. You could end that war," he added. The president's comments on the oil price came after he spoke to Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman on Wednesday. According to Saudi state media, bin Salman pledged to invest as much as 600 billion in the U.S. over the next 4 years. However, this figure was not mentioned in the White House statement after the call. Despite the cordial exchange, Trump said he would be asking the Crown Prince, who's a fantastic guy, to round it out to around $1 trillion. The price of crude fell by 1% following Trump's comments. According to David Oxley, chief climate and commodities economist at Capital Economics, these comments are in keeping with Trump's desire for lower gasoline prices. It's his clear intention to use energy as leverage over Russia to end the war in Ukraine. That said, lower oil prices will certainly not incentivize U.S. oil producers to drill, particularly in high-cost Alaska. Of course, Saudi Arabia would not be guaranteed to heed a request by President Trump to expand oil production and to bring down global oil prices. The U.S. President's appearance via video at the World Economic Forum marked his first address to a global audience since his inauguration earlier this week. He used the platform to insist that companies around the world manufacture their products in the U.S. or face bruising tariffs on imported goods entering the American market. BBC reporter Oliver Smith, who was in the room with the delegates as the president made his speech, said there were a few stony faces as executives left the hall after the speech, but some happy ones too. "A very powerful speech," says one. "I liked it. I thought it was really good," says another, a delegate from the U.S. "A lot of it made sense, common sense. He's just looking for fair trade," he added. One Swiss executive, though, was pretty downbeat. "It's nothing new, but it's clear what he wants to do," he said. "Am I happy? No, I'm not happy. I think it's bad for the world," he adds. Trump also said he would demand an immediate drop in interest rates, which he said had led to deeper deficits and resulted in what he described as economic calamity under the tenure of his predecessor, President Joe Biden. "This begins with confronting the economic chaos caused by the failed policies of the last administration," he said. "Over the past 4 years, our government racked up $8 trillion in wasteful deficit spending and inflicted nation-wrecking energy restrictions, crippling regulations, and hidden taxes like never before." Trump also spoke of good, clean coal to power data centers needed for artificial intelligence. "We need double the energy we currently have in the U.S. for AI to be as big as we want to have it," he said, adding that he would use emergency decrees to speed the construction of new power plants. "Nothing can destroy coal, not the weather, not a bomb, nothing," said